Minister. Listen in.
सपा बस पनाए कभी लौट के योगी लिख दिया एक एक वोट पे कि सबको धूल चटा योगी आएंगे डंके की चोट पे कि सबको धूल चटा योगी आएंगे डंके की चोट पे सपा बस पनाए कभी लौट के योगी लिख दिया एक एक वोट पे कि सबको धूल चटा योगी आएंगे डंके की चोट पे कि सबको धूल चटा योगी आएंगे डंके.
We're cutting straight across to visuals now coming in from the nomination center in Gorakhpur. UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath will be filing his nomination papers from the Gorakhpur urban seat in a short while from now. This has been a long time coming in terms of a Chief Minister fighting the assembly elections. Yogi Adityanath, a five-time Member of Parliament from the Gorakhpur Lok Sabha constituency, is going to file his nomination papers for the upcoming Uttar Pradesh assembly elections in a short while from now. This is going to be extremely crucial, with the Chief Minister himself throwing his hat in the ring. Those are visuals now coming in, live visuals coming in from inside the nomination center. UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath there has reached the nomination center along with Union Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah to file his nomination papers from the Gorakhpur Assembly seat. Gorakhpur Urban Assembly seat is where the UP Chief Minister will be fighting the assembly elections on a Bharatiya Janata Party ticket. He has been a Member of Parliament. He was a Member of Parliament since 1998 from the Gorakhpur Lok Sabha constituency till 2017, when in fact the Bharatiya Janata Party brought him back from Parliament to Uttar Pradesh and made him the Chief Minister after having won a landslide victory, 3/4 majority in the Legislative Assembly of Uttar Pradesh. UP Chief Minister now they're filing his nomination paper for the Gorakhpur Assembly seat. Gorakhpur Urban, Gorakhpur Sadar is the seat from where UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath will be fighting these assembly elections. Remember, Uttar Pradesh elections are to commence on February 10, 6 days from now. The first phase of elections are to happen. It is a 7-phase election, and Yogi Adityanath there on your screens right now filing his nomination papers as a BJP candidate from the Gorakhpur Urban, Gorakhpur Sadar seat. He has been challenged from the seat by Bhim Army Chief Chandrasekhar Azad, also known as Ravan, but many believe that this is a walkover contest for the Bharatiya Janata Party because they have, of course, been fully in control of this constituency for a very, very long time. There was a small upset in 2018 when there was a by-election to the Gorakhpur Assembly, Gorakhpur Lok Sabha seat, and at that point of time, Samajwadi Party candidate Praveen Nishad won against the Bharatiya Janata Party. It was an upset. It was extremely shocking at that point of time for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Praveen Nishad eventually went over to the Bharatiya Janata Party. He's a BJP MP now, and in fact the Nishad Party is with the Bharatiya Janata Party in alliance in Uttar Pradesh. You did see Dr. Sanjay Nishad, Praveen Nishad's father, in fact, the leader of the party, the chief of the Nishad Party, on stage earlier, a little earlier today, with Yogi Adityanath and Amit Shah, as was Ashish Patel, who is, of course, the chief of Apna Dal, Suhail Dev as well, alliance partners of the Bharatiya Janata Party as they go into these crucial Uttar Pradesh elections, extremely critical as far as the Purvanchal region is concerned. Remember that there was some amount of speculation earlier that Yogi Adityanath could contest the elections from Ayodhya, possibly, in fact, reaffirming his position as a Hindutva icon, contesting from Ayodhya, but the BJP then decided to field him from his home turf of Gorakhpur and, of course, send out a strong message as well for the Purvanchal region, which is facing a stiff contest there between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the SP, the Samajwadi Party-led alliance. Remember, it is towards the last few phases that the eastern region of Uttar Pradesh goes to elections. Yogi Adityanath on your screens right now filing his nomination papers. Earlier he received Union Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah, who has been campaigning in Uttar Pradesh, specifically in Western Uttar Pradesh so far, because that is the region that goes to pose in the first few phases of elections in Uttar Pradesh. He received the Union Home Minister. They addressed a public meeting where Mr. Amit Shah, of course, lavished praise on Yogi Adityanath. It appears now that UP Chief Minister has completed the filing of his nomination papers from Gorakhpur Sadar seat. So Yogi Adityanath there throwing his hat in the ring. He is the BJP's candidate from Gorakhpur Sadar. He will be contesting the elections that are to commence on February 10. Rahul Srivastav, of course, is joining me live, our National Affairs editor from Gorakhpur. Rahul, give us a sense of the significance of this moment. Yogi Adityanath, officially the BJP's candidate now from Gorakhpur Sadar.
Follow me, the BJP has made a big splash out of Yogi Adityanath's nomination. The Home Minister Amit Shah holding a public rally, lavishing praise, as you said, on Yogi Adityanath's tenure, and importantly underlining the law and order situation in Uttar Pradesh by saying that all those who used to be criminals either have left Uttar Pradesh, are in jail, or are now part of the Samajwadi Party candidate list for this election. After this, they have gone inside the Kachehri, collectorate, where Yogi Adityanath has completed his filing of his nomination. 4 proposers representing the 4 different segments in terms of socio-economic spectrum of Gorakhpur, an industrialist, an educationist, a Dalit and others. Basically, what the BJP has done is it has sent out a signal to Eastern Uttar Pradesh. Remember, the Gorakhpur Sadar seat has been a BJP stronghold, not just the BJP stronghold, but even the Bharatiya Janata Sangh. At one time, initially the seat was wrested away from the Congress by the Bharatiya Janata Sangh, but since 1989, it has been with the BJP. And that's why perhaps the BJP has fielded Yogi Adityanath from there to send out a signal for entire Eastern Uttar Pradesh, where the BJP did well last time around, and also to UP somewhere that there are various caste equations to be balanced. When Yogi Adityanath and Amit Shah were standing right behind me on the days, it was very clear that the presence of Mr. Sanjay Nishad, the Nishad party leader, people from the Apna Dal and others, that the BJP alliance is looking at the entire spectrum of castes which had voted for the party in the last elections. And the very idea of converting this campus, Maharana Pratap, into college is a very interesting element which I would like to show you, is that in this ground, if you see the messaging which has been done through the hoardings, if the camera colleague Kripal can pan, there is Dharmendra Pradhan and there is Gorakhpur in hoardings, and there is a lot of Amit Shah. There is Yogi, definitely. There is Deen Dayal Upadhyay there, if it can pan further and show you. There is very little of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. There is also, I think, positioning of Amit Shah being done here, carried out here, in terms of the senior leader who has mentored somebody like Yogi Adityanath. And this is the kind of signaling that the BJP will like, that it should travel all across Uttar Pradesh. This campus, as I was telling you, is important. There is this building on my right, which is named after Digvijay Nath, who was the BJP, the Hindu Mahasabha MP from this constituency, Gorakhpur constituency, in 1967. Now, this gentleman was the chief of the Gorakhdam Peeth and is said to be instrumental in the placing of the Ramlala statue inside the Babri Mosque in 1949. Then Mahant Avaidhanath, who was the guru of Yogi Adityanath, was a member of parliament from here, but also one of the key components of the Ram Janmabhoomi temple movement. And now Yogi Adityanath Adityanath as inheritor of that legacy. And that is why perhaps the BJP has projected him from this region, and will hope that this is a big, bright step forward for the party's campaign in this election.
Absolutely. The BJP, of course, claiming that they will secure 300 plus. That's the target that the Union Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, has set for the Bharatiya Janata Party cadres as they, in fact, go into these elections. Those are visuals that are coming in from the collectorate in Gorakhpur. Yogi Adityanath has just completed filing his nomination papers. He was accompanied by Union Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah, who has been instrumental in scripting BJP's success story over the past elections in Uttar Pradesh. He is, of course, also joined by Dharmendra Pradhan, Union Minister, and the party's election in charge for the state of Uttar Pradesh. Rahul, stay on with us. Abhishek Mishra, my colleague, is also joining us from outside the collectorate. Abhishek, give us a sense of the mood on the ground as well. Party workers have thronged Gorakhpur today. They've turned it saffron ahead of Yogi Adityanath filing his nomination papers. He, of course, now coming out flashing the victory symbol.
Well, of course, follow me, and you can just see here, we have with Amit and also Yogi Adityanath, who have just finished the nomination process, and now
Right. We seem to have some trouble with Abhishek's line over there, but you did see